great theologian rather than, as the pressures of the times turned him out to be, a somewhat specialized political philosopher. Father Murray's lectures at Yale on the existence and nature of God are the only evidence I need to bring in support of my argument in this regard. Father Vincent Miceli is a third in this special company of contemporary Jesuits. His contribution is an analysis of the modern alternatives to God, the gods of present-day atheism, which those who answer the first question of the Penny Catechism in a negative fashion, however expensive their best sellers, are obliged sooner or later to worship. The logical and psychological compulsion to choose some strange God, if the God of Abraham and of Jesus Christ be rejected, rests on needs deep in human nature. Man is a rational animal, as the Greeks taught us. He is also, it is pleasant to remember, a laughing animal. He is a social animal, an economic animal, a political animal, and all the other kinds of animal that a score of anthropologies have proven him to be. But underneath it all, and overriding all else, he is a mystical animal. He either prays or pouts. He either adores or anguishes. In moments of cultural crises like our own, he may do all of these in varying proportions. But he remains unalterably God-centered. He cannot exist without a God, and if he rejects the true God, he will invariably, instinctively, even perversely, create his own false God. Father Vincent Miceli brings unusual qualifications to his analysis of the gods of atheism and his consequent oblique defense of the God of our fathers. He is the son of a family that honored and cooperated with the God of life. His vocation to the priesthood in the Society of Jesus was and remains a vocation to serve the God of truth. His passion to share the truth unto the salvation of others, humble and exalted alike, identifies him as the servant of the God of love. His academic background prepares him to bear his intellectual and apostolic witness with unusual preparation, skill, and cogency. It is a privilege to commend the gods of atheism to all those who have found God, with whatever fragile hold, and to those who seek him, with whatever reluctant fear lest having him, they must have naught besides. John Cardinal Wright, Prefect, Sacred Congregation for the Clergy, October 1970. Introduction. Atheists, like saints, are made, not born. It is not easy to become a saint. The road to the summit of moral transfiguration is steep and treacherous. Left to himself, man cannot manage the climb. His sin-weakened nature is in absolute need of divine grace. Thus, God, who is holiness himself, alone can develop sanctity in man. But man, endowed with intelligence and freedom, must, of course, cooperate in his own sanctification. Now, the perfect human formula for sainthood is found in Mary's response to God. Behold, the servant of the Lord, be it done unto me according to thy word. Saints are, therefore, formed in the image of God's word, whose food was to do the will of him who sent me. Paradoxically, it is not easy to be an atheist either. It is terrifying to attempt escape from the divine lover. The road leads down to violent serfdom. Here, however, unlike the quest for sanctity, the drive for atheism is a one-sided affair, demanded by man, contested by God. No one becomes an atheist unknowingly or unwillingly. Even so-called born atheists, indoctrinated from childhood onward in the schools of organized atheism, eventually, as adults, must make a decision for or against God. For that matter, the same is true of Christians drilled in the fundamentals of their faith as children. After all, how does one teach minors? According to their capacity, of course. Thus, early indoctrination in itself is a perfectly valid method for instructing minors in the faith of their fathers. The method is vitiated when employed in indoctrinating children or adults, for that matter, in known falsity or moral evil. When, however, minors become intellectual adults, indoctrination should cease.